Welcome back to Successful Living. We're joined by Chad Kritzas. Chad is our real estate expert from Home Smart Real Estate. And I won't even say it anymore, but I'm going to have to say it. The broken record continues. The real estate market is absolutely booming. It continues in Rhode Island and surrounding areas. So, Chad, I think it's a good time in your career. It's a good time for anyone who owns property. So, welcome back.
Thanks, Rob. It's nice to see you virtually.
Yes, and I think we are hopefully moving to some in-person, soon. So, here's the question, and we can bring up a slide, but I want to kind of see if you can walk us through our monthly, kind of check-in on Rhode Island sales, and if we can pull that up on screen. And if you can talk a little bit about this and tell us some of your experiences.
All right. Well, statewide, of course, it's the train continues moving forward. Prices are up 18%, number of sales up 19%. Days on market are really low. We've been talking about supply and demand, meaning like 6 months of supply is kind of a balanced market. Last time we met, I think it was at 1.2 months. Now we're down to 0.9. So we have less than a month's supply, meaning if no other homes came on the market, it would take less than a month to sell what we have for sale. The biggest gain this month was condos were up 43%. The number of sales were up 33%. And then the multifamily market was up 14%. This is kind of a baffling number. The multifamily sales were up 111%, but up 21% from May of 2019. So I think as the real estate market is changing and we're coming out of this COVID era of last year, it's kind of important to start tracking the numbers from 2 years ago versus just last year when nothing was coming on the market.
Right. Can you just say that again? Because I actually wasn't following you just for a second, because that makes a lot of sense that, this data here is showing year over year. And last year, obviously, was not, that was a very small number. So you're saying that, what was that number again, that from 2 years ago?
So multifamily sales since last year were up 111% last month.
Yep.
111%. It's just it. But then it's up 21% if you look back to May 2019.
Got it.
So we're still way up, but it's, there's a huge difference between looking at the May before COVID versus, the middle of COVID, which was last May.
Right. And then you said multifamilies, are those selling even faster than single family houses?
I mean, everything's selling very quickly at the moment. Multifamily pricing, even locally, like we're in Newport County, and you're just seeing the prices of the 2 and 3 family homes that are selling are just astronomically high. It's a great time to own one or sell one if you have one.
Right. Okay. So let me ask you this, and I don't know if you know this, but just from your gut feeling is, if the inventory is so low right now, it seems that everyone's building also, and I know that's a whole different story with the materials that come in, but are you seeing more new home sales coming from building that you didn't see maybe 2 years ago, even when the market was hot back then, because the inventory is so low, or has it been pretty steady?
I think it's been pretty steady. I mean, it's obviously been very difficult for the developers. We all know about the cost of lumber. I mean, $63 for a piece of plywood, $10.50 for a 2x4. They're anticipating the prices coming down, but for example, we have a new development in Portsmouth where a year ago they were selling for $100,000 less. Now you have two factors: you have material costs, concrete, wood, everything else, and then you have initial demand. So they're saying, well, why is it $100,000 more? And it's those two items specifically.
Okay. All right. In the last 3 months, what's the average time you're seeing properties are staying on the market right now? What are you seeing if you took the last 3 months? Is it as short as a couple days? What are some of the averages you're seeing out there?
Yeah, I mean, we watch MLS every morning. We have a hot sheet, which you would consider probably like a ticker, in your world. If you take it once again, if we look at the 2019, the days on market are half of what they were 2 years ago. And there's 76% less homes for sale.
Wow.
So that's a huge number. There's just so little, and stuff typically is selling very quickly, and if it's priced right, over asking. I mean, ironically, we just sold a house with no front door for $1,000 over asking, which is
no front door, so it was just wide open.
No, he was replacing it, so he hung garbage bags.
Ah, okay.
So the photographer called out front. He said, "Chad, where's the front door?" And I didn't know what he was talking about. But
that's funny.
Home still sold over asking.
Yeah. All right. Let me ask you this: if a potential seller starts to see the prices come down, should they hold off on it? Should they underprice it? You know, right now, I mean, obviously, you know, it's different, you know, depending on what area. But in general, would you say that, like, let's say I was ready to sell my house and then, you know, I waited a couple of months and then all of a sudden in August I saw prices drop like 5% and nothing crashing but coming down. Would I try to get ahead of that? Would I try to price it differently? Would I hold off on selling it? What would be your recommendation? I mean, none of us can actually predict any of this, and everyone always asks me, you know, what do you think the stock market is going to do? And I'm going to ask you, what's the real estate market? We don't know, but maybe a good discussion point would be, hey, what if the market does start to drop and you're thinking of selling your house? How would you counsel that person?
Well, twice this week I've said to a seller, and it's funny because I mean, 22 years you've never said these words. Is it, you know, how low would you be willing to sell your house for, and underprice it? And you know, they look at you like, because you always, the old mentality is, right, you always put it high and you have room to negotiate. You know, right now, underprice it and let it bid up. And they look at you, you know, people look at you funny when you say that to them. But we just sold a house for $375, $41,000 over asking.
Wow.
You know, we put it as low as they would comfortably sell, which was an acceptable number to them, and then it went up, you know, $41,000. So it's kind of a different mindset in today's world than everyone's used to. But I think it's a very effective strategy is to price it low and let there be a bidding war.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, historically, you got to remember August tends to slow down too, and it didn't really last year because of COVID, because there was still no inventory. But typically, the end of August, back to school, that's kind of your slowest time of the year.
Right. Is July still considered a hot time of the year?
It is. It is. I mean, historically, you know, that back to school, kind of getting everything back in, last minute vacations in August, that's kind of your slowdown to your first week of September, unless we get, you know, snowstorms obviously change everything.
Right. Okay. All right. In today's current market, what's the most desirable type of property that you sell right now? Like, what is the most common? As soon as you see that come in, you know it's going to, in a sense, fly off the shelves.
Pretty much anything that's priced well.
Really?
We're starting to see, you know, you're starting to see prices getting a little out of control where people are listing. There's one house specifically I'm thinking of, I won't use by address, but they're asking $1,000 a square foot for a ranch.
Wow.
Right. So those houses are starting to sit because their pricing is just so absurd. So that's kind of your worst case. But, you know, a single family or a condo that's priced right in this market, the other thing you got to keep in mind is appraisers, right? You got to make sure that even if you get that crazy price, that the bank's going to say, we'll give you the money. It's not that crazy. So, you know, anything that's priced fair is selling very quickly.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, does that happen where there's a major discrepancy in the appraiser versus the bank appraisal?
Especially when the market starts doing this, like back in 2007 and 8 when the market was going crazy.
Yeah.
Right. The comps don't necessarily, an appraiser's looking at it as a statistical fact, right?
Right.
This is worth this is worth this. But if there's no comps for something in that price range, you will have an appraisal issue. And I can say for the first time in my life, I am seeing buyers right into their contract that if there is an appraisal issue, they're willing to make up the difference sometimes.
Okay.
Which is incredible.
Could you tell us, you know, what if the market were to decline? And again, I don't want to be pessimistic, but I'm just asking because it's been so optimistic now for such a long period of time. What factors could possibly cause a decline in the housing market here in Rhode Island?
Well, there's two big things, right? Everybody always watches interest rates. Yeah. But interest rates are so low that I don't think by going up a quarter point or half a point, that's going to really change anything. My opinion is the way people have changed, right? We're going into houses without masks. People are more open to you coming over. So what's going to cause the change in this market is strictly inventory. If people get more comfortable with us coming back into their homes and showing people their homes, that's what's going to directly impact this market is strictly inventory. Okay. An increase of inventory.
So let me ask you this. You know, this is a good way to switch a little bit to my next question. When it comes to new construction versus existing home sales, what is that difference in that process when you have a buyer?
Well, you're dealing with two types of builders, right? Do you have a builder that's building for spec, or do you have a custom home builder? Okay. So we have developments where they're building houses for spec, and they don't really want to deal with the customizations. And that's kind of, you know, you come up with, you know, 50 or 40 changes, and, you know, the developer is doing 10 or 12 or 200 of these houses. He doesn't want to start dealing with 15 changes on every house. So it's really dealing with the seller and deciding what type of seller they are. Are they a developer or they're a custom home builder that's willing to make all those finishing touches that the buyer prefers? That's the big difference in that market.
Okay, and is it a different process when they're going to try to get a loan too, or is it similar? And I know it's not really it's your area, but I know it's not, but is that a different process for potential buyers?
The last few we've sold, it seemed like it was very similar.
Okay.
You know, obviously I'm not a mortgage broker, but the last few we just sold 6 in this development, and they were all pretty streamlined. The appraiser just has to come back in at the end and verify the work's done, the appliances are there, the furnaces are working. So literally, the day before closing, the appraiser may come back in and just do a quick walkthrough.
Okay. If you were to give advice to someone, I mean, I've had people actually ask me to say, listen, I'm going to start buying investment property now. I've bought my new home. I moved to the house I always wanted to, and now with interest rates so low on a second home, I'm going to go buy this second home. When you see people purchasing or potentially purchasing a second home, what sort of discussion do you have with them going into that? Is it different than their buying of a primary residence, or is it the same?
You just want to. So last time we spoke, there was, I think year to date, there had been 10 distressed sales in the state of Rhode Island. Meaning there had only been 10 short sales or foreclosures. Right now, I think the number is probably like 12 or 13. Because the prices have come back up, people aren't really underwater in their homes anymore. So I guess my advice would just, be careful not to overpay in a crazy market where if this does go wrong, you're caught underwater. Or if it is a second home, put enough money down that if it does go down a little bit, your rents can still cover your mortgage payments.
That makes a lot of sense. So, Chad, as always, I know our time has come to an end right now talking to you today, but great information. I hope we keep coming back to this and I keep being on repeat of such a great positive market. So I hope you have a great summer, and I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you, Rob. Have a great day.
You too. When we return, we will discuss how to prepare your child, grandchild, or young one for finances. Stay tuned.